For many Canadian exporters, 2020 is starting off on shaky ground. According to EDC's biannual survey of Canadian companies, trade confidence continues to slide, hitting an 8-year low and suggesting a soft start is likely for Canadian exports in 2020. While the most recent trade confidence index was down only modestly, by 0.7%, the declining trend since mid-2018 is not encouraging. The TCI has now fallen for 3 consecutive surveys, for a total drop of over 9%. These weak headline results aren't surprising. During this time, the U.S. trade dispute with China intensified, global output growth slowed, and global trade growth had its worst performance since the Great Recession. Trade barriers have grown in prominence over the past few years, becoming the #1 challenge identified by Canadian exporters. They're now cited as a bigger problem than perennial issues, such as finding skilled talent, logistics, and financing. EDC estimates that trade protectionism is directly affecting the global strategies of 3 in 10 Canadian exporters, with negatively affected companies citing Buy American policies, higher tariffs, and difficulties exporting to the United States. Unfortunately, the vast majority of respondents may be sensing a new normal period of higher protectionism setting in. They don't see much reprieve ahead and expect the elevated level of protectionism to either remain the same or increase further in 2020. U.S.-China trade tensions have been the biggest outstanding issue weighing on global trade and keeping financial markets on edge. In this survey, a notable 1/3 of Canadian exporters cite negative impacts on their business from the U.S.-China trade dispute. This has also had Canadian exporters stuck in the middle. A sizable 27% say that the China-Canada diplomatic and trade tensions have had a negative impact on their company's trade and investment activities. While it's easy to be pessimistic, it's not all bad news. In addition to the recent U.S.-China trade truce, another positive development since our survey was conducted is that the Canada-U.S.-Mexico Agreement, CUSMA, has moved much closer to ratification. Canadian exporters' view of this deal have also improved over time. For the first time in 3 surveys, positive assessments of CUSMA now outweigh the negatives. And if ratification occurs, as expected, Canadian exporters will gain more clarity and move past a protracted period of uncertainty over North American trade rules. The bottom line? With the trade confidence index stuck at a relatively depressed level, the subdued outlook for Canada's exports is likely to continue into the first half of 2020. That said, since CDC conducted its survey, positive developments from the U.S.-China trade truce and CUSMA ratification will reduce trade uncertainty. This represents a welcome reprieve for Canadian exporters and could support a near-term rebound in export growth.